We weren't always this scared. We were taught to be. A 5-year old is free, outgoing, unafraid. It doesn't know what judgment is, what embarrassment is, or what it means to look stupid. But somewhere along the way, this childlike freedom fades, and we slowly start shrinking ourselves, not allowing ourselves to try new things, not allowing ourselves to be beginners again. And maybe that's exactly why I'm starting Project Beginner. Hare Krishna. Hi, I'm Shruti. And honestly, I do a beginner at Project Beginner. A lot of people understood what Project Beginner means, but many still ask me this one question. Okay, but what actually happens here? And honestly, I've been thinking about it too, trying to imagine what it looks like, not not just as content, but as a real space, a real experience, a real room where people can come and begin. Because there are still so many things we want to try. Learn a new skill, dance, sing, swim, skate, create. But we just don't. Not because we can't, but because being a beginner in front of people feels terrifying. We wait to become confident before starting. We wait to become good before trying. We wait to feel ready before being seen. But sometimes that waiting lasts years. And maybe that's exactly why I'm starting Project Beginner now, before having everything planned out, before knowing exactly what I want to do, because I don't want it to just exist in my mind anymore, and not just as an online series either. I want it to become something real, something that people can walk into. And maybe right now, Project Beginner looks like an empty room, a chair, a table, a nervous me, and some unfinished ideas. But maybe someday it becomes rooms where people can try, rooms where people can fail safely, rooms where people can be beginners again. A place where people are allowed to be bad and messy at things. A place where people are allowed to cheat, imitate, follow, and learn. And just try before knowing what it actually looks like. But maybe all meaningful things begin just like that. A place where nobody has to look cool all the time. A place where we are allowed to laugh, be awkward, and embarrass ourselves a little, and still continue anyway. Because maybe that's how we move past the fear of judgment. And maybe this is the beginning of that. Very soon, I'm planning my first Project Beginner Circle session with a few friends. Nothing huge, probably just chai, one muska, some awkward conversations, and some people trying something new together. And maybe this is also your sign to stop waiting to start perfectly. Maybe you're allowed to begin exactly as you are. And maybe I'll see you in one of those rooms someday.